Hello there, you wonderful bunch of sausages, and welcome to a Death Corps of Krieg artillery fortification. The Death Corps have taken up positions here on the top of this cliff face. We've also got a couple of troops down here on the front line defending the bottom of the cliff face. And what are they defending against? Well, an orc probing attack, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the orcs are at it once again. The dastardly greenskins are pushing forward right in towards the Death Corps of Krieg, and already they are taking monumental losses, coming up to 5,000 losses already for the orcs. But the defense shall hold for now. Oh my god, look at that front line just melting here as it gets closer to the core. Standing resolutely with the guns ready to receive the charge. Now the orcs here today, ladies and gentlemen, they really need to take out this artillery fortification. Why? Because this hinges on their entire attack plan. This is a flank that the Death Corps need to hold. Without it, there will be a big flanking maneuver from the orcs right into their artillery stations, and we cannot allow that to happen. And already we can see the blood is starting to leak down from the battlefield here as the orcs crash into that front line of the Kriegsmen here. Krieg, though, holding out firm. God, we've already lost 35,000 losses here for the orcs. That's insane. We're coming up to 1,000 losses here for the Krieg, and they are holding that front line. You can see that artillery and tank fire is pouring down from the cliff faces behind them. But the orcs, numbering in their literal hundreds of thousands here, keep pushing forward. This probing attack really here to test out to see if the Imperials are defending this flank. The orcs are encircling this far edge here, little by little, but the Kriegsmen are still holding, ladies and gentlemen. They are not going to falter. Oh my god, I love these artillery shells, just sending troops rocketing through the airs. Now we have got in here Storm Boys, we have got Sluggers, we've got a couple of Mega Knobs as well, as you can see. The Kriegsmen really do have their work cut out for them. But yeah, I love this. Look at that front line. It is just melting here today. Let's go over to the other side. Have the orcs managed to outflank them on their side? They have. The orcs have managed to outflank them, but you can see that we have got a little bit of covering fire now starting to come down from the Kriegsmen on our back lines here, laying into the sides of the orcs. And my god, little Timmy is getting served. Look at this. Already, we've got this. Oh my god, it is little Timmy. Get out your rubber dinghy. Fun for the entire family. It does look like the far flank of this the Krieg here is starting to collapse now. The orcs have surged forward and bitten off the entire flank of the guardsmen. But they're still holding. They haven't let the orcs past yet. They're in fear of drowning, a couple of them at the bottom. But we have killed 120,000 orcs so far. The orcs are breaking through the lines though. Yeah, the front line is definitely starting to falter now. A successful flanking maneuver here by the orcs. Kriegsmen are putting up a really good fight there. They're actually keeping them here for a very long time, allowing that artillery on the hill to just lay down the smackdown right into the back lines of these orcs. You can see every now and then one just lands in the background like that. Oh my, yeah, orcs going on a field trip. I love how they wiggle their arms in the air like that. That's absolutely fantastic. But the second line, sorry, is now actually under attack by orcs. Having dealt with all the guardsmen down there, they've seen the Kriegsmen on the hill and decided to run up and engage them. They have managed to crest the hill, but as soon as they've got up there, they've been met by the Lehman Russies and, of course, the Kriegsmen with their shovels. Happy gas mask noises will ensue from this point onwards. Not that it hasn't already, because look down here. We've literally got Kriegsmen drowning in blood. They are literally actually drowning in blood. But the orcs are surrounding them now. Finally, the middle line is starting to collapse. We have killed 177,000 orcs at the moment. So we're well over halfway through the orc army. We have still got all these guys up here. There's still a lot of Death Corps defending these last areas. And the orcs, you can see, have already been struggling to try and push up this hill. The orcs going to be a little worn out with all the running by now. Yeah, they are dissolving. Look at that. The absolute firepower of the Kriegsmen. No orc shall pass here. Oh my god. That is a lot of concentrated firepower. Go back down here. You can see now that the orcs have successfully killed the entire front line of Kriegsmen and are now pushing up the hill here. Right into our next line. And as soon as they crest the hill, once again, the Guardsmen's rifles ready and waiting to take them on. But there is a lot of orcs still remaining. 96,000, 7,000 defenders roughly. And there's a lot of orcs surging up this hill. And as the bodies start to pile up as well, it makes it easier and easier for the orcs to actually path up here. They are actually starting to flank around just a little bit. I wonder if they'll have enough troops actually to push this entire flank. Looks like they're starting to wane even. Maybe some of these orcs need to push out just a little bit further to try and outflank the Kriegsmen here. But the orcs pushing up the hill are being met by a stalwart defense of auto guns, artillery fire, and Lehman Russ tanks. Dead orcs have got a long way to tumble down that hill. That is a really long... Oh, God, look at them. Some of them stop, but others just roly-poly all the way down to the bottom. This is going to be known as Dead Man's Rock, or Dead Orc Rock. Because, look, it is stopping some of the orcs every now and then. The rest of them are undeterred, keep pushing up the hill here. They're actually starting to outflank the Krieg. But that artillery is still working strong on our front lines. 65,000 orcs remain here. 7,000 defenders still. Like I said, it's just the terrain does not favour the defenders realistically in terms of actually being able to lend the firepower at point blank range like this. They're okay at shooting down there on that front line, but yeah, the orcs have a lot of cover before they get to the top of the hill here. However, when they do get to the top of the hill, the amount of focused firepower, because they are narrow pathways, is unbelievable, which means that these areas here really are the weak sides. And it doesn't look like the orcs have got enough troops to be pushing through it just yet. Let's go over to their side. Yeah, so they are starting to encircle and flank the Kriegsmen here, but they haven't quite broken through. No, it's costing them a lot of troops. There's 40,000 orcs now. I would say that a large chunk of them are actually stuck at the base of these hills, again because of the narrow attack paths that they're trying to push up. Bit by bit though, forces are breaking away from the centre and trying to make their way back up here. But I fear it's not going to be enough for the orcs. They're throwing a lot of greens at this, and the greens are slowly turning very blood red. Speaking of blood red, let's go have a look at this. How deep did this actually go? Yeah, that's pretty deep, man. Little Timmy can get his merchant ship in that one. We're about over here, because, yeah, I was going to say I saw another one. Not quite on this side. It's definitely getting there, though, with all the orcs falling down the hill. They have actually made some decent progress, though, it's got to be said. They have killed a lot of the Kriegsmen as they've got up to the top here. The bodies are starting to really pile up, though. But this side doesn't feel like it's been pushed at all. How are we doing on this side, actually? Yeah, again, oh my! 22,000 orcs remaining now. I do feel like the Kriegsmen are holding the flanks, so most of them are going to be coming up the hill here in the centre, trying to force their way into the Kriegsmen. I don't know how that's going to go for them, ladies and gentlemen. 20,000 orcs remaining, 5,000 Kriegers still standing firm. What we're quickly going to do is time-lapse this and see how long it takes the orcs to actually get up there. I've got a feeling it's pretty much over for them, but let's go down to the final kill. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the Death Corps have held firm here. We've got about 1,000 orcs now trying to make their way up this narrow little alleyway, and it's just not happening for them. They're getting absolutely rinsed as they get to the top here. But they've made this wonderful little body pile at the very bottom, and we're also going to test out this blood. Let's have a look at it. Okay, so that got fairly deep at the end. Yeah, okay, little Timmy could get his rubber dinghy in there. Not quite the merchant ship that we had in the other one, but I do think we can call this one here, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who help to keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the store where we've got loads of cool t-shirts. Links in the description below. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.